Hey fellow Nevillers, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah, otherwise known as Neville O'Clock, a complete Nevilleaholic. Welcome. Today we're still going through chapter 10, To Him That Hath, from Neville's fabulous book, Your Faith is Your Fortune. So this video is part 2. Yesterday we discussed perceptive hearing and how important, well, as Neville says, the most value one can have is their consciousness. And yesterday's video described how we can use our hearing, otherwise known as perceptive hearing, i.e. we only want to hear that which we want to hear, which is lovely, noble, and in accordance with our wish fulfilled. So this video is part 2, my lovelies. Let's dive in and see what Neville shares with us. Let's continue. Let's continue, my lovelies. He says, God, as you have discovered, is that unconditioned awareness, which gives to you all that you are aware of being. To be aware of being or having anything is to be or have that which you are aware of being. When Neville says God is that unconditioned awareness, our general, what can we say, our walking around awareness, i.e. here, me talking to you and you listening, that's conditioned awareness, because we've conditioned the unconditioned awareness. When we go into sats, i.e. our imagination, and we reach that part of, what could we call it? Ultra peace is what I call it, where you just know that all things are possible to you. When you're in your meditation, you're in that space of unconditioned awareness. That's what Neville's referring to. When we reach that stage in our unconditioned awareness, i.e. our meditation rather, that's when we can imprint our consciousness with that which we are with that we are manifesting, i.e. our wish fulfilled. So let's continue, my lovelies. He says, upon this changeless principle all things rest, i.e. whatever you're putting in your consciousness is going to come out here in 3D. It's a changeless principle, my lovelies. It can't be changed. What's the word? It's happening all the time. So it says it is impossible for anything to be other than that which it is aware of being, which stands to reason, right? He says, to him that hath, in parentheses, that which he is aware of being. So that's what that line means in that quote. He continues, it shall be given. Let me read that one more time. To him that hath, it shall be given, i.e. what you are aware of being. Neville says, good, bad, or indifferent, it does not matter. Man receives multiplied 100-fold that which he is aware of being. In keeping with this changeless law, to him that hath not, it shall be taken from him. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. You can only magnify that which you are conscious of being. So, if you're conscious of being rich, you'll get richer. If you're conscious of being poor, I'm guessing you're going to get poorer. Now, all things gravitate to that consciousness with which they are in tune. Likewise, all things disentangle themselves from that consciousness with which they are out of tune. Divide the wealth of all the world equally among all men, and in a short time this equal division will be as originally disproportioned, as in, if you're rich in consciousness, you're going to keep your wealth. If you're poor in consciousness, coming from the place of lack, you'll continue to be that as long as you hold lack mentality, lack thoughts and feelings in your consciousness. So, it says, divide the wealth of the world equally among all men, and in a short time this equal division will be as originally disproportioned. Wealth will find its way back into the pockets to those from whom it was taken. Instead of joining the chorus of the have-nots, we mustn't do that, my lovelies, he says, who insist on destroying those who have, recognize this changeless law of expression. Consciously define yourself as that which you desire. As I was talking about earlier, my lovelies, when you're in your meditation, which we also call sats, state akin to sleep, that's where you impress your consciousness. So Neville says, consciously define yourself as that which you desire. In our meditation, when we reach that special spot, is what I will call it, where we're in our unconditioned awareness, which is God, then we make our claims, my lovelies. He continues, once defined, your consciousness claim established, continue in this confidence until the reward is received. As surely as the day follows the night, any attribute consciously claimed will manifest itself. I'm being smacked by Neville here. He's saying the words consciously claimed, and that we consciously claim what we want to be. So that's today's buzzwords from this part of the chapter, my lovies. My lovies, he says, thus that which to the sleeping orthodox world is a cruel and unjust law becomes to the enlightened one of the most merciful and just statements of truth. So Neville says, sleeping orthodox world, i.e. some of us are Adam asleep, including me, but we gradually wake up. Now, he says, I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. That line there makes me think of people that say, God is merciless, i.e. God did this, God destroyed. He did not. It says right here, I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill, i.e. fulfill and manifest what you have in your consciousness. So, nothing is actually destroyed. Yes, thank you, Neville. Any seeming destruction is a result of a change in consciousness. Consciousness ever feels full the state in which it dwells, i.e. the unconditioned awareness of God is dwelling in each and every one of us, and it manifests what we are conscious of. So whatever you see out here, that's what you've got up here. He says, consciousness ever feels full the state in which it dwells. The state from which consciousness is detached seems to those not familiar with this law to be destructive. However, this is only preparatory to a new state of consciousness. So if you're manifesting wealth and you're in lack right now, once you get rid of the lack in your consciousness and you become aware of being opulent, rich, then that's what's going to be manifest out here, i.e. the old state of consciousness kind of moves out and the new one comes in. So he says right at the end of this chapter, claim yourself to be that which you want filled full. So I'm going to fill my consciousness with all wonderful things, and I know you are too. One more bit, he says, nothing is destroyed. All is fulfilled. To him that hath, it shall be given. That's the end of the chapter, my lovelies. So, part 1 was about perceptive hearing, i.e. not letting anything unnoble into our consciousness with feelings and thoughts and beliefs that it's true, because it's going to come out here and manifest. And the second part we've just talked about today is to him that hath, it's going to be given, and him that hath not, it will be taken away. And another point, it won't be destroyed. It's still there. All states, my lovelies, are out here, or actually in here, ready for us to slip into it. So claim, fill full your consciousness with that which you would love to see out in your world. All right, my lovelies, please give the video the thumbs up. It helps me and the channel. Big fat kiss, because we're all about love up here. And subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I appreciate your time and attention, my lovelies. Bye.